Good morning, Dave. How are you doing today?
Hi, Errol. I'm good, man. How about you?
Fantastic. Dude, I got to tell you the reason why this is going to work. It really looks and feels like a real radio station that you're in. Were you in a physical studio?
They built a whole studio for us with a board that I had to learn how to run, which my hat is off to you because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And we had a lot of live guests. And so everything was hot. The mics were hot, and we had to, pull our headphones off because the show is shot a lot like The Office. So
Mm-hmm.
we've got 6 cameras going and a handheld, and it was pretty difficult that first show, but I think I eventually got it by the end of the series.
Well, it's the element of being in the moment of now. I mean, because when you're on the radio, I mean, it's like you've got to know what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, and hope to God that your mouth is working for you.
Yeah, and you never know how an interview is going to go live,
So
right?
true.
I mean, it can go a million different directions, and you got to be ready for that. So our show, live and local, streaming on PureFlix right now. You can see what we're talking about. It's 60% scripted and about 40% improvisational. And I had a wonderful cast: Emily Pendergast, Pat Cashman, and Kendra Sherrill, who just rolled along with me because it's life. I mean, it's like a real radio show. So yes, we had a real studio that we were sitting in.
I got to be very honest with you, only because I've been a broadcaster for 43 years, and that is that I hope that your show, and I really do believe it will, live and local means live and local. In radio, not so local anymore, but you guys are going to be an open door, and I'm hoping that these major companies realize that we need a Tommy and a Tina in our markets, and that you're going to be that door that's going to bring us all back in.
Well, thanks. That local element I think is so important in communities, wherever your local radio station is, because you speak the language. And if it's just saying, I was down at Stevens Bakery the other day, and of course, they do have the best peanut chocolate donuts, and right away, all your listeners know what you're talking about. So you've got the inside scoop locally. And I think that's really important for people to be able to have that, share that commonality that exists.
Will there ever be an episode that deals with listener food? And, because the golden rule is do not eat the listener food, but it smells so damn good.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'll stick with craft service on this
There
show.
you go. Now, what is it like for you? Because you're also known for your stand-up, and you are so brilliant at being on that live stage. To go into the theater of the mind inside that radio studio, that's a completely different workout.
It is. It's a workout. It definitely is. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. It's flexing muscles for sure as an actor, but I've been able to do that on Full House and Fuller House and shows along the way that I've done, where you've got to put that hat on that allows you to tell a story, and that means sticking to the script. With live and local, I was able to exercise both of those muscles. It was improvisational, which stand up is a lot of the time, and then we were telling a story, so we also had a script. So it was nice being able to stay locked in, but be on the fly at times as well.
Radio people do not get to see the people that they're connecting with because obviously they're outside the door. What was that like for you to realize that when you were putting this, because you remember you said that this was also improvisational, the listeners are inside your imagination dealing with that. What was that like?
Well, you definitely have to be thinking about your audience.
Yes.
So there's different flavors in every interview, and you have to be able to shift gears. I mean, my hat's off to radio people who do it every single day, because it is so tough to keep an audience entertained daily. I mean, that to me, that's just insanity. you know, you've got to get up early in the morning, and you've got to shine every single day. It's not like you can just lay off. You've got to throw your fastball every day.
Yep.
So I mean, I don't think people realize the challenges of doing a morning radio program daily. It's man, my hat is, like I said, my hat's off to you guys.
Dude, it's getting up at 2:45 in the morning, and the one thing that I feared when I was doing morning radio is the fact the drunk driver's coming home. That was my biggest fear, so I could be in that studio by 4 o'clock.
Right. Yep, that's true.
One of the things that I love about Live and Local is that you are very up to date. You talk about the social media. You are not afraid to say, yeah, you got to be doing it.
Yeah, my character is a dinosaur. He's a throwback, and you know, he's not going to do social media. He's not going to be making TikTok videos. The guy thinks, okay, I'm number one in this market, even though it's a tiny little radio market on a faith-based radio station. He's thinking, if it's not broke, I ain't fixing it. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's pretty much this guy's operating system. Tommy Murphy is a guy who does not want change. And, you know, that's where the show gets really interesting, because the new management company coming into the station wants him to change. They want to make him a lot hipper with his audience and shooting videos, and he doesn't want any part of that. Yeah. So it's a real interesting flip that this guy has to make as his as his life as a host is threatened right out of the gate.
You keep your vocals very real in it, because so many times when people, especially morning shows, hey, 24 songs in a row, good morning, 10 minutes past 10 o'clock, you know, it's like, who talks like that? So you really keep it very genuine.
Well, I have done so many radio programs promoting shows that I've been on, and you know, you get a guy who's talking to you off mic on the break, you know, and he's like, yeah, this is really great, and then goes into that radio voice, and I'm like, what just happened? What just happened? Did he insert the batteries into the back of his head? What's going on here?
That is so true. Man, congratulations on Live and Local. Tell them one more time where they can go to hook up, get connected, and really become a true fan of this experience.
Live and Local is brought to you by Sony Affirm, and it's streaming on PureFlix.
Beautiful.
And it's a faith-based streamer, although, you know, I was very concerned that the faith-based elements was going to slow the comedy down. Turns out it didn't at all. It actually enhances what the show is all about, which is really cool. So it's funny, it's fun, and it's a really fun ride.
I look forward to talking to you again, sir, because I know this is going to be around for 10 or 15 years. You have created something that's going to be with many families for many decades.
Well, I really appreciate that. Thanks for having me on, Earl.
Well, you be brilliant today, okay?
I'll try.